What's going on, Monarch Nation? It's your official DJ and host, DJ Julian Rivera here. Right before a game, actually, wanted to make sure that you know that you're officially tuned in to Monarch Prep. Welcome, everyone.
What's up, Monarch Nation? Welcome to Monarch Prep, where we discuss all things ODU men's basketball here on the Monarchist Network. I'm your host, Paul Jones. Let's get right into it. Well, I hope everyone had an awesome Christmas yesterday. I hope you got to spend some time with some family, eat some great food, and open some awesome gifts. While we're on that positive note, I would like to congratulate 6 of our guys for making the Dean's List. Awesome athletes and awesome students. Ben Nacy, Elijah Flowers, CJ Parker, Zach Wiggins, Rico Helms, and KC Shaw. Congratulations to all of you. Speaking of KC, I would also like to welcome him to the 1,000 Point Club. Well-deserved, awesome achievement. Congratulations to you, sir. So let's recap the Coastal Carolina game. We're no longer undefeated at home, and I was hoping we would keep that win streak alive. The Monarchs fell to Coastal Carolina 76-74. Coastal Carolina's leading scorer was Rashid Jones with 23 points. We have 3 of our guys scoring in double digits. Big Kyle with 10 points. We'll come back to Kyle a little later in the show. We had Jordan Battle facing his old team with 23 points. We'll get some comments from him in a moment. And KC Shaw with 20 points. So I mentioned Jordan Battle facing off against his old team. Let's see what he had to say after the game.
Was it weird playing against those guys?
No, honestly it wasn't, because we've played so many games so far. We played like 13 games, so it hasn't been like I was just on the team. I felt of that, honestly. So no, because I know when I transferred last year, I played some of my teammates and it felt like I was on the same team as them. But I don't understand.
Well, it was good to see Jordan put up so many points against his old squad. As far as the Gary Wolf pros and cons of the game, pros, LJ Thomas wasn't in the game. He's still recovering. I think he would have made a huge difference. Cons, turnovers, lackadaisical passing. We have to clean up those things. Only 8 points off the bench. We need the bench to step up in Sunbelt games. Truthfully, all games. But some more bench production could have made the difference in this game. Only 4 free throws missed, but we lost by 2. But I'm not going to trip off of that. It is what it is. So in keeping tabs with the rest of the Sunbelt, we have Arkansas State at 2-0. Georgia Southern at 2-0, and Troy at 1-0 as of the time of this recording. So we're not out of it yet. We can make up some ground and hopefully get in the top 3 soon. So next up, the Monarchs travel to College Park, Maryland to take on my childhood favorites, the University of Maryland Terps. The Terps are a Big Ten team, and their leading scorer is Pharrell Payne with 17.5 points a game. The 6'9", 250-pound senior should give us some issues. We need to lock down. I mentioned Cal earlier in the show. Cal came over from the University of Maryland, and let's see what he has to say about returning to College Park.
Cal, going back to Maryland.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts about that?
You know, it's just another game, another chance for us to get a win, big win on the road. Being back in College Park will be cool, but just focusing on getting that win.
It's good to hear Kyle say, focusing on getting that win. Let's shock the world. Let's get this win, fellas. Coach Jones also came over to Old Dominion from the University of Maryland. Let's get his thoughts on returning to College Park.
Mike, how about for you going back to Maryland?
Haven't given it much thought yet. I mean, I really locked in on today, so it'll be fun. You know, playing in front of a lot of people that I know. You know, and obviously I grew up a huge Terp fan too, a huge Terp and Hoya fan. But you know, that's the team I rooted for right down the street from DeMatha. It'll be fun, but I honestly, Harry, I haven't given it much thought yet. So.
One thing about Monarch Nation is we travel well. We show up wherever ODU athletics are playing. If you happen to come up to Maryland for the game, make sure you scream your heart out for the guys. They can definitely use the support. Coach Jones, being from the area and coaching down the street at DeMatha, he's going to have a lot of friends and family in the stands. I'll be there. If you happen to see me, say hello. Let's get this win, guys. And then the Monarchs return home. December 31st, 2 p.m., Chartway Arena, we take on Appalachian State. More Sun Belt play. Caelum Jennings is their leading scorer at 15.4 points a game. And we have the ESPN predictions have us eking out a win. Hopefully we can right this ship. We're at home in front of our crowd. Let's get it right. For those of you who have been watching the show, you know I've been compiling names of our very own Mount Rushmore of ODU men's basketball. I've learned a lot. Some of these names I had never heard of before. In reading up on some of them, they've been very impressive. Last week I dropped a hint of one person whose name was not submitted, but I wanted to give an honorable mention to this particular person. Oliver Purnell. Coach Purnell played for the Monarchs from 1972 through 1975, where he was the captain of the Division II National Champions in 1975 and was also named Player of the Game. Coach Purnell returned to Old Dominion in 1991 as head coach. He led the Monarchs to a CAA championship in 1993. He was also named Coach of the Year. Coach Purnell deserves an honorable mention in this conversation. I was surprised his name didn't come up, so I had to throw it out there. Coach Purnell, salute to you, sir. So in my hint last week for Coach Purnell's name, I mentioned Coach Jones trying to duplicate a feat. Being a player for Old Dominion and winning a championship and returning as coach and winning a championship. Let's root Coach Jones on, and hopefully he can accomplish that feat. Be sure to join me next week where I will have 2 more honorable mentions and I will list the top 4 vote getters for our very own Mount Rushmore of ODU men's basketball, which will be named Mount Monarch, which I think is appropriate. These guys deserve their flowers, and I look forward to revealing these names. Well, Monarch fans, it's that time of the show for Crown Check-In, where we catch up with some of our favorite ODU Monarchs that have moved on.
How you doing, everybody? This is Brandan Stith. I played at ODU from 2014 to 2018. Some of the most notable accomplishments I have, I would say, is making the all-defensive team in 16, winning the Vegas 16 postseason tournament in 15, and being ranked 25 in the country in 14 after we upset VCU. So With that being said, I mean, ODU basketball holds a special place in my heart. I mean, that's still going to be a part of me that never dies. Currently, I am in Greensboro, North Carolina. I am married. I am raising 2 little boys. I'm working, and I'm back in school for mechatronics. I'm set to graduate in November 2027. And even though I'm really not able to get back to show as much love and support as I want to, I want to let y'all know that ODU men's basketball is bookmarked on my ESPN app, and I am locked in every game to check in to see how my guys are doing. And it looks like y'all are doing great, so keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying? As far as advice I have for you, let the dog out, man. I was never the best shooter. You might get 2 or 3 good dribbles out of me, but I hung my hat on being the hardest working player on the court. I took pride in being the bruiser. You know what I'm saying? If there was a loose ball, if there was a rebound up in the air, I did everything in my power to make sure that I got that ball for my team. I did whatever was necessary to say that I left it all on the court. I mean, I know everybody has heard of the phrase "hard work beat talent," but I took that personally, and it took me a very long way. So that's all I got for you. Go Monarch Nation.
Thank you, Brandon, for checking in. Glad to see that you and the family are doing well. You and your brother BJ have come up a lot in the requests for these crown check-ins. I appreciate your time, sir, and look forward to meeting you at one of the games. Well, Monarch Nation, that brings us to the end of another episode of Monarch Prep. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the well wishes, and thank you to everyone that comes up to me at games, introduces themselves, and says hello. Nice meeting you all. Until next time, Lord willing, go Monarchs.